Hello and welcome to The Buzz. I had a good friend back in the day, back in the 1990s. His name was Brain, or was it Pinky? It was one of those mice, and he always said, 9! Because that's how many area teams we have in the state basketball tournament on the boys' side this year. The Panthers draw the number 7 seed for the Class A state tournament. They barely actually snuck in, got the wild card. But the Panthers are going to need to get things going on the court. They've lost 3 of 4. Coach Ben Reese calls Omaha South the number 2 seed in the tournament, who the Panthers will open up with. A pretty good matchup, but if you're not hitting your shots and you don't get things flowing correctly, it doesn't matter who you're playing. So Norfolk High needs to turn things around. Moving on to Class C1, Wayne High qualifies for the 2nd year in a row. The Blue Devils pick up the 2 seed. Now they'll be playing Cozad, the Class C1 state football champion. But this is basketball, bro. I'm sure you remember Jake Paulson. The Haymakers have Paulson, but they don't have Jalen Berry. They don't have Ben Hoskins, and they did not play a mid-state conference schedule that has a team that actually didn't even make it into the tournament from the playoff game in the state tournament. That's Battle Creek. We'll get to them later. First, the other team in Class C1, Boone Central Newman Grove. They qualified as a wild card. They'll play Wahoo Newman. In Class C2, Ainsworth qualifies as a top seed, and I got to tell you this about the Bulldogs. 7 years ago, we gave them a fire extinguisher. We told them that you guys shoot the ball too well. You need to cool off. Brady Delamont, in fact, was a 3rd grader. He held the fire extinguisher for Jesse Carr, a Division I prospect, and we said, Brady, get your flaming balls under control. Obviously, Ainsworth hasn't done that because they have 263 pointers on the year. That's the 2nd most all-time in the state of Nebraska, and it's only 16 behind the record Bellevue West set in 2006. Ainsworth is going to play another team that likes to shoot the ball in the first round, and that's Battle Creek. That's the team I mentioned before that didn't even make it in the Mid-State Conference Tournament, but they're in the state tournament in Class C2. Battle Creek at 12-12 as the number 8 seed, but they've won 5 in a row, and 4 of those wins are against teams with winning records. 3 Area Class D1 teams qualified for state this year. Clearwater Orchard, they qualified because of a dramatic win over Sandhills Thedford in the district championship game. Howells-Dodge, another Class D1 team in the state tournament. They're in via wild card because they were defeated by Randolph in the district championship. Nolan Nordhughes lit up the scoreboard, 25 points to lead the Cardinals to the win. Now here's the thing about Randolph. The last 2 years, they played the eventual state champion in the district final, the eventual undefeated state champion in the district final, and fell a little bit short. They get the overtime win this year against a team that a lot of people are saying is the cream of the crop in Class D1, so that means Randolph might be right there with the cream of the crop in Class D1. We'll find out at the state tournament when they face Elm Creek in the first round. Howells-Dodge gets Fullerton, not the lumber store. Now, there's only one team in the Class D2 tournament field this year, and that's Bancroft Rosalie. The Panthers actually got in as a wild card after losing to High Plains in the district final. Here's the thing that Bancroft Rosalie proves to all of us. It gets formal at the state basketball time. You don't go by just your regular name, your common nickname. You go by your actual name on your birth certificate. So I can't talk about Nick Suits and Ties anymore because it is now Nicholas Suits. That's more like a tux. Panthers got to be considered among the favorites in the Class D2 field, especially with Wynot gone. Wynot was defeated by Spalding Academy. Wynot, the defending state champion. Spalding Academy, the defending state runner-up. And we have a lot more video coverage coming to you from the state tournament. It's going to start this weekend with the girls, and then the week after that we'll have some coverage from the boys tournament. Remember to check back at NorfolkDailyNews.com throughout both weekends for continuous coverage of the state tournaments. Also, pick up the paper, the newspaper, read about it in there. And then following the boys tournament, we are going to recap it all with one more version of the Buzz for the 2013-2014 school year. During that episode, edition, whatever you want to call it, I may break a clipboard over my head. I may not. I might also eat cake. I might fry rice. I might turn myself into a cocoon and say, adios, amigos. But I don't like tacos, so I'm going to go to Texas on the Buzz.